Hello, and welcome to our webinar on driving conversion at checkout through smarter payments. If you're an online merchant, you know how absolutely critical this is. Here at Stripe, we work with millions of forward-thinking and innovative companies to craft beautiful payment flows that are designed to increase conversions. In the next 10 minutes, I'd like to share 6 best practices we've found to be most impactful in high-converting payment flows, whether you sell one-off products or subscriptions. So let's dive in. When it comes to conversion optimization, we like to think of this equation: checkout completion, fraud protection, and network acceptance as the 3 main levers that can contribute to a higher conversion rate. In this webinar, we're going to focus on checkout completion, as this is one of the most powerful elements of improving your conversion rate. Let's start by asking the question: what friction is there in your checkout process that can lead to drop-off? A study from the Baymard Institute found that e-commerce stores were able to achieve a 35% increase in conversion rate simply through better checkouts. When you think about it, that's 1 second of loading time can lead to a 40% drop-off in conversion. It's time to rethink your entire payments form to reduce any friction within it. If you were to take a timer and try to go through your own checkout flow, how long would it take? Best-in-class checkout is probably around 30 seconds. So, how can you minimize any friction in your checkout to maximize conversions? Well, we recently conducted a study on the top 100 UK e-commerce stores and analyzed their payments forms to distill some best practices for you that you can action in your own checkout. Let's dive into those learnings. The first strategy is to bake into your checkout to validate your customer's card entry in real time to reduce mistakes. Less than 40% of checkouts are doing this in real time, and only 3 in 10 websites block the entry of expired cards. So, if your customers type in incorrect details, let them know immediately rather than only after clicking pay. Less than half of the checkouts we've studied confirm the card brand in real time, so whether it's a Visa, MasterCard, or Amex. We recommend you don't add an extra step for your customers to have to select their own card brand. The more unnecessary steps you add, the more opportunities you give your visitors to get frustrated and leave. With Stripe, you can automatically display the card brand icon to reassure your customers that they're putting in the correct details. This helps you eliminate an extra step and make the experience surprisingly great. Thirdly, we recommend that you make sure you are using terms that your users are familiar with and expect in each market you sell. Zip codes are used in the US, whereas customers expect to see postcodes in the UK. Getting this right from the start is a great way to set up for the complexity of international payments and gives your customers the reassurance that you're a trusted local brand. We also recommend you enable autofill to allow customers to breeze through checkouts with their payment details already secured and saved in the browser. We found that 1 in 5 businesses do not have autofill correctly set up. And remember that there's a high likelihood people will be using their mobile phones. You'd be surprised how many merchants don't enable a numeric keypad, and instead they force their customers to use the default alphanumeric keyboard. That can lead to typos and frustrated users. In fact, almost 3/4 of mobile shopping carts are abandoned before completing a purchase, largely due to clunky checkout experiences. Make sure you get this one right, as it can have a huge impact on your conversion rates. So, let's see a checkout that brings together some of the best practices I've just covered. Missguided is a popular British retailer, and as you can see in this example, they're working with Stripe to create an optimized checkout experience. They provided a numeric keyboard, they display the card brand, and there's real-time validation for the card number and expiration date, which is passed and the customer is alerted. Now, if we could replace the checkout form altogether with something a lot more intuitive and streamlined, we could drastically reduce checkout time. Mobile payment methods, such as Apple Pay and Google Pay, reduce the friction of making purchases on mobile devices and enable secure transactions for both consumers and businesses. Apple announced that Apple Pay usage is growing 450% year over year. Chances are your users probably already have a payment account with Apple or Google, so make it easy. There's no need for them to retype everything. Both Indigo and DoorDash reported big improvements in buyer conversion through Apple and Google Pay. Indiegogo is one of the largest crowdfunding platforms in the world, and they saw a 250% increase in their conversion rate when using Apple Pay. Here's an example of Apple Pay that works on both mobile and web. Here we're looking at glasses on Warby Parker, another Stripe customer. So we've picked something we like, added it to the cart, and clicked buy. You can see that we don't even need to input the delivery address. It's already included in the Apple Pay account, making it a beautiful user journey. So, in less than 10 minutes, we've gone through 6 best practices designed to help you build a high-converting payment flow. These are all card-specific, so you'll need to adjust to other payment methods to reach a global audience. Reach out to us to learn more about how to streamline your checkout, or about which other payment methods to support, depending on the country you're selling into. If you're interested, please drop us a line on stripe.com/contact-payments. We'd love to talk to you about your business. Thank you.